this group, they
Well, that was quite a long semester. Yeah, a lot of things happened. It was probably not a bright idea to go watch the World Cup final before I did a final presentation. Yeah. This is a picture of me before FYP1. This is a picture of me during FYP1. And finally, this is a picture of me after FYP1. I feel like the only person who hasn't aged here is you. Either we have stopped moving forward in time, or this is the way you absorb the youth from all your students to stay forever young. You know what? Let's forget all the jargon. Let's get right into business. Don't forget to like, comment, and share on this video. Let's go! So you've read the title of this video. What does it feel like to be a food innovator? Well, one morning in May, I was about to find out. So that was my group mate, Imran. Believe it or not, we were never ever grouped together for the entire 2 years we've been in culinology somehow. Now for my other two group mates, unfortunately, I do not have videos, and that's because I'm not a creep. So let me introduce Vanessa. I've worked with Vanessa before in many different occasions, simply because we were both Indonesian, so I'd say we were quite familiar with each other to this point. On Jessica's end, we have a good relation. We play in the same badminton group, in fact. However, we actually rarely do get grouped up together. It's kind of the same situation as Imran, which is interesting, I'd say. So let's get straight into it. So for context, our target group is the elderly. Again, well, for me, this is like my third project in a row dealing with the elderly. So yeah, knowing this group, we had to do surveys, and they're not chronically online, so we can't do like the traditional let's blast it to the WhatsApp groups and hope for the best. Nope. We had to go straight to them. And where can we find the elderly, I think? That's right, church. So yeah, we all went to church, I guess. So we went to St. Ignatius Church in Kelana Jaya, where there are a lot of elderlies. Target-rich environment, but just one problem. They just want to go about their day, man. They don't want to do no survey. They just want to go home after praying. So like, we just got ignored by so many of them, man. We even tried bribing them with cucur udang. We bought about 100 pieces, and we only gave out like 30 at the end. So I had to eat that for the next 3 days. My diet was only cucur udang. But overall, against expectations, we actually managed to get enough respondents somehow. Imran worked some magic and sent it to his mom's group, which I'd say is kind of in the magic age range where they do count as elderly already, but they're already quite tech savvy enough. They've been exposed to technology long enough where, you know, they are capable of doing the surveys on their own. So that really did help. So we did get a lot of answers that way. So thank you so much, Imran. Thumbs up. Now the other thing that I cannot thank Imran for is Domain 2. It was not a bright idea to record a focus group recording in the middle of a busy cafe, now is it? Just saying, I tried plugging this video into TurboScribe, which is a transcribing software, right? It ended up saying that one of our focus group participants liked to eat children. So I had to manually do the entire 1 hour recording with crap audio. Yeah. But other than that, I actually got to travel to Karak for the first time in my life just for this project. And thank God we did not get kidnapped by a ghost. Instead, we got to eat some really good toki lemang. And to be quite frank, I did not understand a single word because I did not understand Mandarin, which is great. Well, looking back, I kind of wish that perhaps Pontianak would just take me that day because next up was Domain 3 and Ideation. Now, Dr. Chong prepared for us a little game session, you could say, which I had a really fun time doing. So, just for that session, our groups were randomized. So, I was grouped with Sylvia, Odella, and Nemo. And we were told to give nicknames to each other. Now, I did not talk a lot to Sylvia then, alright? I do not see myself as a person who likes to socialize a lot. So, when asked to give her a nickname, since I'm scared to offend her, I'm scared to offend women, alright? I just named her Sylvia Colonology, okay? So, that is just purely just not to like get any wrong first impressions any that way. And then Nemo gave me the name Friendly Nemo. Come on, man.
I'm trying to cook every fish in the world. Episode 100, Frying Nemo.
Now, so we somehow reached a tangent while doing this, and we were talking about ice cream, right? As our main topic for the group at that time during ideation. And we reached the topic of unmeltable ice cream. Now, this became a very, very key idea for me personally during ideation. Yeah. So I took it and I developed it, tried to make it fit. Yeah. So we ended up doing our presentations, and where I essentially dressed up like what they call a datok here. So that was fun, I guess. Really, really tiring. We lasted till 11 p.m. But we got through it, and that's what matters. Now for Domain 4, Domain 5, our group took a different strategy in which we simply split ourselves among the tasks. So I was going to be responsible with Domain 5 along with Vanessa, while Imran and Jess were going to be responsible for Domain 4. However, we would be helping each other in the process, which is, yeah, nice, you know.
I'm about to skip this shit. Skip. But when does this game get fucking good?
Yeah, so that was pretty much Imran and Jess's job throughout the feasibility studies. My role in that one is to ring, suppliers, ask about the price, go to random people's websites. Yo. Now, it was fun and all, but receiving WhatsApp texts at like 3 a.m. in the morning from suppliers from foreign countries feels a bit strange. And then they will interrogate you, Because if you say like any bit of being a student, they'll just reject you. They don't want to sell anything to you. So I was texting this guy from Tunisia. So the response time was so darn slow. Because when I was awake, he was asleep. When he was awake, I was asleep. So it just did not match. So it was quite difficult for me to get, say, olive oil at that time. Jeez. Now that brings us to our final domain. And for that final domain, I have to really give thanks to my dad. Really, really clutch. Really helped us with the premium Zoom. So we were able to record our extended sessions. So like for our recordings, they were like 70 minutes long each. And so it really, really helped us since the free Zoom was only 40 minutes.
Nampak ke?
Not really linked, but kita
Yeah,
tahu.
yeah.
So we interviewed our own relatives. I became the interviewer for most of the English interviews, whereas Jess helped us out a lot with the Mandarin interview, being the only one fluent in that language in our group. And so we reached this point where we have amalgamation of all our data, everything that we've worked for. And so all that's left to do is just to combine it. So that brings us to today. We are doing a proposal right now, and I am recording this video directly on submission day. Yippee. I'd say the most interesting that happened to us, I guess, is we somehow got a bomb threat at our school. God, I love Taylor's University, don't we? And we ended up having to do one of our meetings with Dr. Chong outside in the parking lot and inside a basketball court, which, fun memories, I guess. Fun memories. So that brings us to the end of today's video. So I'd like to give a special thanks to Dr. Chong, my group mates, Vanessa, Jessica, and Imran for being so great and helping us out throughout the entire duration of this semester. So I guess this is me signing out. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on this video. Thank you very much. See you again next time.